resembles something.
Recently, me and my team had a chance to participate in Gameon, the biggest gaming expo in the Baltic states. And in this video, I would like to share with you what it feels like taking part in conventions like these when you are a game developer and you have a booth to showcase your game. If you're new here, I'm Iridas. I do game development freelancing work during the day and spend my evenings working on my passion project, a puzzle platformer hub. It's a narrative-driven experience where you have to control two characters at once by using the same movement keys. So what is Gameon exactly? Well, you probably know Gamescom, right? Gameon is exactly that, just way smaller in its scale. So I woke up at 5:30 AM, quickly packed everything up and left home to catch a train, as I'm living a couple of hours away from the event's venue. I arrived to Lithuania's capital city, Vilnius, at around 8 AM. Then I had to catch another bus because, well, the venue was still quite far away from the bus station until I got to Litexpo, which is the Gameon's expo hall. And as soon as I got in, it was finally time to start setting up the booth. Because, well, the time was very limited and we barely had like an hour and a half before the event begins. Okay, so I got to the expo just now, took my business ticket, and yeah, right now I'm still waiting for my teammates and I'm actually doing some preparations. I already booted up one build of the game, so just use kind of cheap setup, use the laptop, and that usually does the trick. And I'm still waiting for my other teammates to arrive and they will bring some more gear so that we can actually have a few gaming rigs here. Hopefully the build is not gonna break on us. Seems like everything is fine. I just play tested the game, so yeah, just gotta pray and see. Good thing that the first day was only meant for business ticket holders because, well, yeah, we did have some inconveniences and our banner did not arrive in time, so it feels great to have a bit more time to prepare everything before loads and loads of visitors come and play the game. Because without the banner, our booth kinda looked cheap, not gonna lie. Of course, our fellow game developers came to play the game even before the event started, so that they can actually see what's up with our game. Yeah, and a couple of hours basically went by. Some of the game developers tried our game, we tried our friends' games as well, but now it's lunchtime. Almost in every expo that I have ever been to, there's usually quite a lot of food to choose from. Of course, there's a proper canteen inside the venue as well, but we decided to go with something even better. Chinese noodles, because you can never go wrong with that. And after we came back from lunch, we saw that our banner has actually arrived, so it was very exciting and it was finally time to fully set up our booth. Since the first day was not that busy and not a lot of people came to the venue, we were able to try out a bunch of games ourselves. And I just couldn't miss this chance to try out what my friends are showcasing themselves. And of course, here are some of the games I got a chance to try. My friends at Elegant Horse Studios made a difficult game about driving in a bathtub. Yeah, quite literally. These guys brought a full-on bathtub to the event's venue and allowed the players to sit down and completely immerse themselves in the game while just laying around in the bathtub and using a wheel to control the car that's in the game. As the game is actually exactly about that. You are playing as a guy who is driving a bathtub with wheels and you are climbing trees, branches, rocks, mountains and basically trying your best not to fall off of quite difficult sections. It's hilarious, addictive, but extremely difficult at the same time. My friends at Cheekestark made a really fun couch co-op platformer game called Get Sticked, where up to 8 players has to race to the end of the level. And it's actually quite rage-inducing as the levels are extremely hard and you can just push each other off the map. Yeah, I kinda had a difficult time with that game even though I'm working on a platformer myself. Yikes. Then we found this. Together with Cheekestark, we did a 2v2 duel in VR shooting arena. It was way more fun than I actually expected it to be. It just felt so intuitive being able to actually run around yourself in VR environment rather than use the joysticks on your controllers. By the way, our team won, of course. There was just so much stuff going on in the venue that I wouldn't have the time to talk about all the amazing games that were being showcased, and most of these were made by Lithuanian solo developers and studios, which is just mind-blowing. Oh yeah, and we found this, a prehistoric console controller with its bone structure still visible. Fascinating. Another reason why I love Gameon so much is that I have never been to any other gaming expo that is actually holding a live orchestra music. Yep, at the end of the first day we had a live orchestra concert that played soundtracks from popular video games, such as Baldur's Gate 3, The Witcher 3, and there even was a surprise Dragon Ball Z opening at the end. Not sure how they managed to get a license for that though. After the event we did some shopping, had a quick dinner, and it was finally time to check into our Airbnb. We find a very cozy place that's not too far away from the venue, which was perfect.
Oh man. Yo, so it's 9 AM, we got some really good night's rest. Yeah, we just made ourselves some quick breakfast, basically just some oats that we got in the store the other day. And since we're kinda short on time, we are gonna eat real quick and then head off to the venue because the expo begins at 10 AM today and we kinda need to check if everything is all perfectly set up since yesterday. So yeah, talk to you soon.
It was way more packed on Saturday. There were people everywhere. You could clearly see that this was the main day, which meant that there will be a ton of work for us to do, and a lot of players to talk to. But yeah, even though it's exhausting, it's always exciting to talk to new players and see how they're reacting to the game. And it's even more exciting if you actually get to see them smiling while they are playing the game, because you know that you did something right. Yeah, I guess moments like these are one of the main reasons why I became a game developer, because there's just something so satisfying seeing people enjoy your creations. On top of all the other activities, there was a game development related conference going on in the talks section, so I just had to attend a few of those talks myself. I couldn't resist coming to listen to a talk from one of Remedy Entertainment producers. It was really cool to see how AAA studios workflow looks like, as I have never worked in such a big environment before. Of course, we were not tired enough after the Saturday's expo. I was kinda dead, to be honest. So we ended up gathering together with the other developers from the conference, and we got some drinks and went to party.
Yo, good morning. So, yeah, we just woke up, tidied up a little bit because this is the final day of the expo, and yeah, we're just gonna prepare a little bit, go to the Lit Expo again, and just showcase the game for the final day. And today should be probably a bit easier than yesterday, depending on the people count, but yeah, hopefully we are not too tired to keep our positive attitude up. So yeah, let's do this. Game 1, day 6.
Our original plan was to bring a few small speakers to play the sounds for the players as they are playing the game, so that they don't need to bother themselves by putting on headphones. But as you can probably tell, it was way too noisy here in the venue. Our small speakers such as these did not really do the trick, and yeah, we kinda had to figure out something. And so it happened that we kinda got lucky, because one of my friends' booth had an unused speaker that we could borrow. Well, on the third day, it seems that the visitor count has dropped quite significantly again, which gave us even more free time, especially as we just didn't have to handle that many people at our booth at once. So I just took this chance and played even more games myself. Matema Studio, which is another Lithuanian-based game development studio, were showcasing their FPS music rhythm game, where you basically have to kill hordes of robotic enemies. This game is very similar to Metal Hellsinger, just with EDM music instead of heavy metal. It's one of those cool rhythm-based games where you basically cannot stop playing, and I think I keep on playing it whenever I get a chance to in different expos to try and reach that #1 spot in the leaderboard. And of course, I just couldn't miss out on our friends from Team Chark, a game development studio that was founded in Kaunas. They are our friends with whom we do quite a lot of collaborations with some projects from time to time. I even have a devlog here on the channel where I talk about how we made and released an alien game called Unveiling in a couple of months. And back to the expo, they were showcasing their main project, Exergale, which is a VR experience where you become a bird and fly around different environments, gathering collectibles, finishing time trials, and it's just so much fun. I have never seen, and well, rather never played, a VR game that has put so much effort into making its core flying mechanic feel so good. By the way, I also took part in this project's development, even just a tiny bit, as I made some visual effects that are still visible in the game today. And as I still had some free time, I decided to go to the conference hall and attend one more talk from one of my friends who was basically talking about how he managed to finish a game while also working a full-time job as a game developer. It was both hilarious and quite relatable, as he was talking about how many times he had to delay the game before he managed to successfully release it. I can't count how many times we had to delay our project as well. Well, hopefully it's not gonna be delayed anymore. Fingers crossed. Some more people came over to play our game today. We got some nice feedback that we will for sure be able to use to update the game even more in the future. Once the expo has officially ended, we had to tidy up and prepare for our trip home.
And we are finally home. Man, like what a weekend this was. I was just so busy. I was constantly talking with people. I was constantly playing games. I was showcasing our project, and even though it was really exhausting to stand in the booth for like 9-8 hours a day and just keep on talking to people, keep on being like energetic, try to explain everything if someone has questions. But I don't know, something about seeing people play your game and seeing those genuine reactions when they are actually laughing, having fun, smiling, just brings so much pleasure and joy to me as a game developer. This is probably one of the things that actually made me want to become a game developer. So yeah, I highly recommend going to conferences like these or rather expos like these if you are making a game and just showing it to public, getting excited, getting feedback. As in the past when we went to our first conferences, we got like loads of negative feedback as well, but getting negative feedback shouldn't like bring you down. It should motivate you as well, because when you get negative feedback, especially like constructive negative feedback, you actually know what to improve to make the game great and so get to the point that, for example, our demo was at now, looking at the people reactions, of course. The more you polish your game, like the more you participate in showcases, the better your game design skills will get, the better you will understand the psychology behind your game of what exactly makes it fun and what kind of aspects you should focus on to make people like the game, to make them want to come back to your booth and play the game for a second, for third time. Yeah, this is just amazing feeling. Yeah, I'm kind of yapping a lot right now, but it's just that I'm still quite excited after getting back from the expo, and yeah, these are just my feelings, like my genuine feelings about the expos, and especially the Gameon Expo at the moment.
And yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully this video did not feel way too random, as I kept on forgetting to record some footage when it was necessary, but at least I managed to get something out of it. What did you think of the video? I was experimenting a lot with this one, as I have never done an IRL vlog video before, so yeah, I'm just curious to hear your thoughts, and if you would like to see more content like this in the future, please let me know in the comments down below. And finally, if you'd like to, please consider wishlisting our game Have on Steam, because it's free and it helps us out a lot. And as always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.